Hey, Internet, it's Andrew from the Knights of the Drunk Watch, and we're here to discuss, review, go over The Umbrella Academy, Season 2, Episode 4, The Majestic 12. So, and that wasn't even a nugget. The Majestic 12, who are they? Well, so anyway, we'll come back to that. I'm Andrew, and with me we have Marcus.
Hello.
Travis.
Hello.
Kate and Thomas.
Hello.
Zach Baxter.
Hi, everybody.
And Adi.
Hey, everybody. Well, if this is your first time, please hit the subscribe button. What all that stuff does. And if you feel so inclined, the link to our Patreon is below. You, Andrew.
All right. So we are the Knights of the Drunk Watch. And now our talk begins.
Nice.
Who was the Majestic 12? Anybody?
It's like the shadow government.
One of them was
Travis.
definitely the guy who smoked cigarettes on the X-Files.
The cigarette smoking man. Okay.
Yep.
So basically the Majestic 12 is a super secret kind of Illuminati type organization of 12 men that Reginald is a part of. And I mean,
it's they're time travelers.
They could be time travelers because I think Reginald's a time traveler. But they were saying the president is asking questions about Roswell and the other crash. Is the assassination attempt or the assassination about that or something else? Kate.
Well, I was just going to say, I was just going to bring up the question of I wonder if they are connected to the commission or not. Because they seem to be like powerful men in charge of making sure things are as they should be, whatever that is. So that also seems to be what the commission does. So I wonder if there's some sort of connection there.
The time commission.
Like this show, I don't know what it is. It has a very amazing appeal to it, but it's also doing a good job of like just kind of touching and skittering on all these weird things. The Majestic 12. Why did a billionaire buy up a bunch of, weird children who were all born miraculously? Like, what the hell is going on?
Well, and I also had a thought. I don't know if it plays out properly because 5 would have to not know the true origin, the true identity of his target. But I wonder if the Majestic 12 isn't concerned about what if, for whatever reason, they were going to prevent the assassination and 5 was there to shoot Reggie so that the assassination would happen. Because Kennedy is supposed to be assassinated. That is the history we know. And according to Diego, that's the history we get.
So that would put the Majestic 12 in opposition to what we're calling the Time Company.
Right.
So we've talked about it before, and I think I said it at the end of season 1. I think that Reginald has something to do. He's connected to the commission, and hell, at this point, it could simply be that the commission is so keyed in on what he's doing that they feel they have to keep it in check somehow, or.
That's interesting.
They're trying to manipulate the timeline their way, and he's trying to do something else. I feel like they're equally powerful opposites at this point in this universe.
All right, so moving on.
The Roswell shit's interesting.
Yeah, the opener showed us the murder of Lila's parents, the home invasion she talked about last episode, and her being adopted by the handler. Question is, it's 1993. She's 4 years old. It's 4 years after the special children were born.
So what is she doing in the 60s?
Well, she works for a time traveling company.
Yeah, it's the same Hazel and Cha-Cha and them. But I think she is because of what we saw later in that fight. To me, it looked like she might.
Well, I mean, I think we saw it in her montage as
step.
Her mother was running through. Her mother was running through a course and shooting at her, and she avoided all the bullets. And
is hyper agility a superpower?
Well, I mean, Diego's
just bending knives is.
It's better than rumors.
You're saying I heard a rumor being that convincing a power?
I mean, she's essentially a super soldier, Zach.
So, I mean, that may be the reason why they killed her parents was to kidnap her. Like, maybe the handler had her own list of kids she was after.
Well, except for
good point.
The handler seemed to, like, find her, but she didn't feel like she was looking for her. It's like they killed the parents, and she's like, "Oh, a child, I'll adopt you."
But then why were the parents killed? That's a second.
Yeah, we don't know that.
So that's the natural question.
And I still think Hazel is the one who killed them.
I think so too. Definitely.
I agree.
And I think you're right, Zach. I think there's possibly something deeper to why she was attracted. Is she a special person, though? Who knows?
Yeah, that doesn't remove that possibility just because the parents were into some shit, too.
Yeah.
But also, I think that's a way to bring Hazel back is to go back and find out why her parents were killed. So, but I think she's, even though I've heard that the other kids are talked about in a later story arc of the comic, I feel like she's got to be one of the kids. I don't know. It's the timeline fits anyway. Okay, moving on. Klaus and Allison. What do we have to say about Klaus and Allison? Who wants to go first?
Yeah, I'm with Zach.
How are we feeling about Klaus? I feel like the biggest thing that happened was his conversation with David. Like, was that a dumb time traveler move? Or
yes, that was a dumb time traveler move. Because
which part?
When he went to confront David to convince him not to join the army because his paternal figures were trying to, scare him.
Like, you can't be a man unless you go into the army and kill people.
If we think that was stupid, then anything that follows as a result of it is also really dumb. So, like, his whole arc this episode is just like fucking clown.
I'm not saying it was a dumb story choice. I think it was a dumb decision. I mean, it was a dumb choice of the character. Not necessarily.
We've been talking about this. It's them buying time, and everybody's doing things they shouldn't in the past to try to change their future. And it's biting them in the ass. It happened with Allison. It happened with Klaus. I'm sure it'll come up again at some point. Yeah.
I mean, it's already happened with Diego.
Zach.
Yeah, that's right. He stalked Lee Harvey. That's right. Good call.
I think that this timeline that everyone's trying to get their heart's true desire. So, like, Luther always wanted a dad, and everybody, they're getting what they really truly wanted because they actually got a chance to redo life. So what if, like, I think Vanya's is maybe she was a lesbian in the first season. She just could never come out as a lesbian because that'd be too different, or because her dad was drugging her. So it's possible that could have also suppressed.
I mean, she could easily be bisexual as well.
Oh yeah, that too.
Typical 21st century relationship: man drugs woman, woman no longer takes drugs, man takes advantage of woman.
Yeah, I don't know. Not interested in Allison's plotline until they start using their powers and joining the main storyline.
Yeah.
Like, I'm ready for things to start moving along. Action.
I think because there's no real reason why they're not coming together. That's what's bothering me. Like, their storylines are fine, but there's no real reason why they're apart. Like, the first season they needed each other.
It's because wait, I'm sorry. What episode?
Don't just interrupt people.
This is the first thing I've actually said.
I know, but we were talking.
Well, no, but I was commenting. Okay, go ahead, Kate.
I forgot what we were talking about, but you
okay.
So
Mark,
I was all right. So my comment was saying, well, I mean, what we're on episode 4 out of 8.
10.
8?
10. All right, there is
10.
8 or 10.
It's because it's the reason they haven't all gotten together yet is because it's part of that story arc of a season. We can't, if they all got together in episode 1, Zach, then it would just be 10 episodes of him going, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
I think Zach is onto something, which I'll get to after Kate.
I think I'm also going to agree with Zach. I think he's onto something because I think what they...
Whoa.
the reason that they say, "Oh, I don't want to join up," is because they are trying to achieve their heart's desire, despite the fact that it's not working. But they the opportunity for something else that they've done before comes along, and they're like, "No, I'm not ready to go back to that. I'm still trying to that'll always be an option, but I'm still trying to go back and get this one thing."
Well, and the thing is the only three that really aren't coming together yet. Well, four, I guess, including Vanya. I mean, Vanya had amnesia. She didn't know what was going on. It's been 2 months, whatever.
I'll tell you what Vanya's getting now.
But Klaus, Allison, and Luther all basically got a redo on their lives. To be something without being part of the Umbrella Academy. And they couldn't, and the Umbrella Academy still came back, and thanks to Five, if no one else, came back and ruined it for them. And Diego was still kind of on the Academy. I'm a hero. I'm going to save Kennedy. And of course, Five is just Five. But those three, especially, those are the one. Five and Diego got together really quick because they were still kind of on mission. But the other three, we're pulling them back in because they took their miserable lives that their dad created in 2019 and had a chance to start over in 1961.
And Klaus, as always, is just blowing in the wind.
You could almost say that this timeline, as each of these individuals entered it, everybody had their own tangent a certain amount of time. But at some point, it's veering back, and they're being ejected out of this timeline because everything they do, just their mere existence at this point, they're being rejected. We were talking about movies that dealt with time travel and how things could just the timeline tries to reset itself. Hell, we know there's a commission that fucks with this at this point. It's like they're all being pushed out or away, or being said, "Hey, it's time for you."
Like the timeline is rejecting them, putting them out.
That's a good point. All right, let's go.
Okay, all right. So Luther's transformation in the nitrous party. I
think the reason I made this nugget is because people were just having a big old conversation about Luther's taxonomy.
Right.
What is he?
Oh, his
gorilla
part ape.
Gorilla balls.
So, y'all, that was not a conversation for the middle of the show. It could be a conversation for now, unless we no longer care and want to move on.
I'm happy to move on. I don't think we care.
All right, next one.
We're just talking,
All right, so Vanya getting down on the farm.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, I know Adi doesn't care about Vanya's storyline for sure.
Well, hold on. I didn't care about Vanya's story until she started doing some cool shit. Then I was back on board, which was she went after what's his little fuck. Yeah, I mean, of course I do. But
I'm sorry, what's his little fuck?
Quiet, just Adi.
What's his little
Harlan.
But what is it? Yeah, Harlan. She ran after Harlan, and it wasn't even the impressive part of pushing the water out of the way. We already knew she could do. But when them fireflies came out of her, that was a whole different level. That sparked my interest.
Especially after we had just had the conversation of, she can't do everything. She can't make trees grow, but she can bring humans back to life. So maybe she can do fucking anything.
Hold on. Series prediction real quick. I'll put shots on it. Harlan is going to, Sissy and her parents are going to be obliterated. Harlan is going to be adopted by a World War II veteran. And because of the fireflies in his stomach, he's going to turn into Hank Hill, seller of propane and propane accessories, living just outside of Dallas, Texas. Thank you very much.
What if he grows up to be Reginald?
Oh, no.
Like
Hank
Too
Hill
old.
does.
Reginald's too old.
No, he could grow up and become Reginald's dad because he was fixed, and his dad, or Harlan's dad, is an abusive, womanizing, alcoholic person.
No.
Okay, what's next?
Okay. All right, so now we're at the Mexican consulate, everything that goes down there.
So they were going there to find Reggie.
Right. They were going there to...
I like that he's Reggie now.
Of the Majestic 12, and they thought maybe Reggie is the 12th man.
He was?
He was.
Yeah.
I need somebody who is proficient in ancient Greek to tell me what he yelled at his dad.
I'm sure it'll probably come up next episode. We can just wait.
So he has to say, you have to kill Kennedy. You have to do it. Make sure it gets done.
I think it was probably a phrase that Hargreaves taught his children, and 5 was the only one who really paid attention.
Maybe it's
that
like
meant something to him, so
like
that
a
when
phrase.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you with me talking.
It's maybe like it's one of those safety phrases that you tell your kids when you send like your friend to go pick them up at school. And
I mean,
he's
I
like,
don't know
say
if it's
this
that.
to me, I will always know.
I think he has any children right now to come up with safety phrases.
No, but hold on. Clearly it meant something.
Something they worked out in the future.
I wasn't done. We're trying not to talk over each other, people. I'm just saying.
Put my ear.
I don't know what happened there. I'm just saying it doesn't have to even be a safety phrase for children, but just something that would mean something to him.
Yeah,
Good
like
call.
a family motto.
Yeah, or something like that.
Something that would get his father's attention to the point where, hey, quit running, calm down. We need to talk.
Pardon my humor.
Yeah, don't canoe in a lake of shit without a paddle.
Okay. We meet 5 might be onto Lila to a certain extent.
Why do we think that? Why does he think that?
Because he confronts her hiding behind the
why does
cars.
5? We think he's just like naturally suspicious.
I think he's naturally suspicious.
No,
I think he can smell someone from
5 is a freaking commission agent. His training, his hackles are up.
Plus, it's Diego with that caveman progressive haircut. I mean,
Diego.
And we meet the woman Mom is based on. How do we feel about that?
Sad.
Is this woman important to Reggie, or did he just find the hottest date he went on and make that mom?
Well, when the Majestic 12 called it for reconvening, she said, "We gotta go." I mean, she referred to him as her date for the evening, but I feel like the way she kind of said, "We gotta go now," makes it sound like she was. It wasn't just like, "I gotta get to bed." What?
She's aware of the danger.
Yeah.
Ooh, possibly.
It wasn't just like, "I gotta get to bed. Let's go." It was like, "We gotta leave."
I mean, that's a little interesting because there's a roach behind us. Oh my god. There's a huge roach that just went behind us. Oh, Christ.
It's on the back of Thomas's neck.
So,
probably.
It's also interesting because
we'll watch out for you.
Yeah, how upset, I'm like leaning forward now. I'm not comfortable anymore. How upset Diego was to think about about that woman and his dad together really shows you what the actual...
Oh, shit, it's right there. I'm totally kidding.
Audie, and the Patreon people at home, you're fucking dead.
No. I wonder how weird Reginald and Mom's relationship was. Like, maybe Diego can't imagine her as an actual human, but just the fact that he thought it was so weird.
Well, it's just like any kid realizing that his parents might have had an actual relationship.
Yeah,
that's so.
He had a Marty McFly moment, very loaded. Sexual.
I'm not judging. If he wants to fuck a robot he made, whatever.
But she wasn't there anyway. And then we had the Swedes go after 5, I guess, initially or officially.
I mean, that was just kind of a fight scene. I mean, we want to talk about
And then Lila fulfills her objective and protects 5 and completely dumps Diego.
At all costs.
I'm going to start calling them the Deus Ex Swedes because, they just show up at the most randomest of times.
They're so quiet.
Sense, no meaning, no personalities. Just bloop, bloop.
Have we seen? Do the Swedes have a briefcase? They're temporal agents, right?
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Have we seen a briefcase?
I haven't paid enough attention.
I zone out during the scenes.
I mean, they're definitely a team sent out by the commission. They get commission stuff.
Yeah.
They are silent, so.
All right.
I think they're outside the agency. I've said that before and I'll say it again. I think they're like free,
like independent contractors.
They're contractors.
Independent
They're soldiers.
contractors.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, because we have seen other teams. I mean, there was the team that initially went after 5 in the first season before Hazel and Cha-Cha.
Oh yeah, that got just shot up in the donut shop.
Got shot up in the donut shop. So
Constantinople.
Excellent song. And again, in this fight scene with Fives and Diego and Lila, again, another great
fight scene.
Music scene by Kiss.
Great music. Great music this episode. I will say that.
All right. So is there anything else we missed?
I'm just excited to see more about this plot line leading to the apocalypse.
Vanya and Sissy finally pulled the trigger.
Good for them.
Yeah.
All right.
Luther enjoyed some Texas barbecue, which is very important.
Basically, everything is in a state of decay and being built up, and at the same time, we don't know what's going to happen.
And we're about halfway through, so now we're about to go on to the conclusion.
And wait a minute, one other big thing did happen. Klaus went the fuck off the wagon.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
yes.
went to liquor safari and had himself a good old time.
Yeah.
The Knights support that kind of behavior.
And with that, we're the Knights of Drunk Watch. And now
our talk has ended.
Good night, everybody.
All the roaches.